Her Beautiful Eyes by James Whitcomb Riley, 1849 to 1916. Oh, her beautiful eyes, they are as blue as the dew on the violet's bloom when the morning is new. And the light of their love is the gleam of the sun o'er the meadows of spring where the quick shadows run. And the morn shirts the mists and the clouds from the sky, so I stand in the dawn of her beautiful eyes. And her beautiful eyes are as midday to me, when the lily bell bends with the weight of the bee. And the throat of the thrush is a pulse in the heat, and the senses are drugged with the subtle and sweet and delirious breaths of the air's lullabies. So I swoon in the noon of her beautiful eyes. Oh, her beautiful eyes, they have smitten my own, and a glory glanced down from the glare of the throne. And I reel and I falter, and fall as afar fell the shepherds that looked on the mystical star, and yet dazed in the tidings that bade them arise. So I grope through the midnight of her beautiful eyes. Okay, this is a poem by James Whitcomb Riley. He was an American from Indiana. He was known as the Hoosier poet. A Hoosier is a name of a person from Indiana, and he wrote a lot of his poems in dialect. He was an author and a poet and a writer. He travelled various circuits of the country, and he wrote a lot of children's works as well. So anyway, Her Beautiful Eyes. This is a poem about the beautiful eyes of a woman. And he's saying that she has these beautiful eyes. This is a very romantic poem. This would be a lovely poem to send to someone. Oh, her beautiful eyes, they're as blue as the dew on the violet's bloom when the morning is new. So her eyes, they're as blue as the dew on a violet. A violet is a purpley, a tiny little purple coloured flower that smells very beautifully. And your eyes are as blue as the dew on a violet in the morning. And the light of their love is the gleam of the sun, or the meadows of spring where the quick shadows run. And the light in your eyes is like the light of love. It's like the shining of the sun shining over the meadows in spring, and the shadows are moving very quickly because it's the morning and the sun is coming up, and the long shadows are running very rapidly. As the morn shirts the mist and the clouds from the skies, so I stand in the dawn of her beautiful eyes. So I'm standing watching her beautiful eyes, and the morning brings up the mists and the clouds from the sky, and this is my position, watching the beauty of dawn in her eyes. So her eyes are like the sunrise, are as beautiful as the sunrise. And her beautiful eyes are as midday to me. So her beautiful eyes are also like midday, when the lily bell bends with the weight of the bee. So a lily is a flower, perhaps white, and it's symbolizing innocence. And the bell of this lily is bending down because there's a bee inside it. And the throat of the thrush is a pulse in the heat. So a thrush is a bird, and it has a speckled brown and brown throat, and it sings quite beautifully. So maybe her eyes are the little dots in the pupil of her eye are like the throat of a thrush, and the senses are drugged with the subtle and sweet. So we've got all sorts of S's here, senses with the subtle and sweet. This is alliteration with S's. And my senses are drugged. It's like I'm enchanted by the beauty of the eyes. And delirious breaths of the air's lullabies. So I swoon in the noon of her beautiful eyes. So there is this delirious, this beautiful sound on the air, the sound of the birds, the lullabies and these are enchanting me. They're making me swoon. They're making me faint. Oh, her beautiful eyes, they have smitten my own, as a glory glanced down from the glare of the throne. So I am struck in love with her beautiful eyes. They're like a look down from heaven, from the throne of God. So they're like a glory passed down from the throne of God. And I reel, my head spins, and I falter, and I trip, and I fall. As afar fell the shepherds that looked on the mystical star. And here this is saying that I feel like the shepherds who discovered Jesus Christ, who followed the star and the star to Bethlehem and found Jesus in the stable. And this is the quite how amazing her eyes are, and yet dazed in the tidings that bade them arise. So they are. This is tidings of that a Saviour is born. So they're still dazed by the news, and I grope through the night of her beautiful eyes. So I'm completely lost. I don't know what to do. I grope my way. I'm trying to find my way through the beauty of her eyes that are as dark as night. So, Her Beautiful Eyes by James Whitcomb Riley.